Welcome to another edition of A Game a Day by Zay, presented by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Today's game is the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Memphis Grizzlies. I come to you with the game already in progress. 3 minutes, 3 seconds left in the first quarter to give you the rundown. The Memphis Grizzlies lead the Sixers 19 to 18. And I look at the box score right now. Devin Brooks has 4 points. John Moran has 4 points. Jonas Valanciunas has 8.7 rebounds. And right now, when you look at what the Grizzlies have done so far this season, they come in with a record of 23 and 23. The Sixers come in with a record of 34 and 15. They come off a victory against the Minnesota Timberwolves last night, 122 to 113. And Joel Embiid's return from a hyperextended knee. He was out for he was out for 9 games in which the Sixers went 6-3. Uh, right now in this game, Ben Simmons has 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Danny Green has 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Tobias Harris has 4 points, one rebound, and 2 assists. Seth Curry has 2 rebounds. Mike Scott, who's starting for Joel Embiid tonight, has 3 rebounds. 3 points. So Joel Embiid is out tonight. He did score 24 points last night uh, against Karl Anthony Towns, who had an exceptional game. He had 39 points. The two have a history, especially as being top tier big men in this league. At this moment right now, 2:56 left in the first. It's a timeout. So when they come back, we will be back to give you the play-by-play from this point on. 2:56 left in the first. Memphis leads Philadelphia 19 to 18. Stay tuned for more. Welcome back. Memphis leads Philadelphia 22 to 18. At the free throw line right now is Brandon Clark. Dwight Howard fouled him on the drive to the basket. He makes both free throws. So 143 left in the first. Memphis leads Philadelphia 23 to 18. 138 left in the first. The Sixers are on a 2 minute and 30-second drought of field goals. Furkan Korkmaz misses a mid-range jumper. Possession will stay with Philadelphia, but obviously they're they're going through a drought right now. Their offense is much better under Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers has come in and in his first year with Philadelphia, he's held the team accountable, and I think a lot of that just has to do with him being a championship level coach, winning a championship in 2008, going to the finals in 2010, and just having top tier teams throughout his career, especially since 2008 on. Uh, he has a standard by which his teams must play. Under Brent Brown, the Sixers teams were competitive, but they weren't always playing up to their potential. So now their championship expectations. The Sixers are number one in the East right now. The Nets just lost to the Chicago Bulls today, a game you can check out on my Ask Isaiah page, in which I call play-by-play. They lost to the Bulls without James Harden, without Kevin Durant, but they're expected to be back this week. So Joel Embiid's hyperextended knee injury could have cost Philadelphia while Kevin Durant was out. James Harden was on an immense tear, especially maintaining and sustaining while he was out. But Philadelphia went 6-3. They won in a variety of ways, some blowout fashion, some games were trap games in which they had to come back and win, but they still won. Even a game fresh out of the All-Star break against Milwaukee. Years past, you blow a lead like that, a loss like that would have broken Philadelphia for a couple of games at a time. But under Doc Rivers, Philadelphia recovered, continued to win, and I think that alone has established a certain standard. Tonight, right now, they're going through a big drought. As I say that, Shake Milton knocks down a mid-range jumper, free throw line extended to cut Memphis's lead to 6, 26 to 20. Without Joel Embiid, the Sixers uh, have been asked to come up with different ways to score without Embiid, him averaging close to 30 points per game and just be a dynamic force as a big man has definitely helped the Sixers. But Tobias Harris has stepped up. Ben Simmons' scoring has, I wouldn't say got improved too much, but he's definitely been more assertive at times offensively. So that's helped the Sixers. More than anything, though, their defense has had to suffer without Embiid in certain respects too. So having him back, although he's not here tonight, if he's back long term going into the playoffs, the Sixers should be okay. Going into the second quarter, though, Memphis is definitely taking it to Philadelphia. So at the end of one, Memphis is up 29 to 22. We will be back with more covering the second quarter on. This is a Game of Day by Isaiah presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more as the Memphis Grizzlies lead the Philadelphia 76ers 29 to 22. Welcome back as we start the second quarter. Sixers trail the Memphis Grizzlies 29 to 22. The Sixers were keeping pace with Memphis early, but went on a bad drought for 2.5 minutes in which they didn't get a field goal, and Memphis was able to create separation. To start this second quarter, Tobias Harris draws a foul. He'll be going to the free throw line. On the season, Harris averaging just under 21 points per game, shooting 52%. I mentioned how he stepped up while Embiid was out for those 9 games, a critical stretch for Philadelphia. So it's very important for him to continue that level of aggressiveness. Last night, scoring over 30 points against the Minnesota Timberwolves. He came up big as Minnesota was down by as many as 19. They cut the lead to 4 for Philadelphia, and they needed some huge baskets down the stretch. Tobias Harris was there as he's been throughout this season to step up from the perimeter and get some baskets down the stretch for Philadelphia. Harris with the basketball now, working the left wing. Dwight Howard at the top of the key. Dribble handoff to Shake Milton. Milton looking to get a floater inside. It's good. Philadelphia trailing by 6. Memphis gives it to Tyus Jones. 3-point opportunity, no good. Tobias Harris with the rebound. Harris on the left wing, looking to get inside. Trapped by Tyus Jones. Gets it to Shake Milton, and we got a blocking foul. So Shake Milton, the backup point guard for Philadelphia, he's been asked to be a scorer at times. He's a point guard that can score. He's not a scorer naturally, but I will say that his ability to score does take some pressure off of Ben Simmons at times. I will say though that Philadelphia, if they were going to go to the next level, while they are competitive this year, a much more competitive team than last year, I would say they definitely need a go-to scorer on the perimeter to complement uh, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. Memphis gets the stop. Inside basket, no good for Clark. Rebounded by Tobias Harris. Probing. Free throw line extended, trying to go off the dribble. Spins right. Gets a floater up. It goes off the rim. Basket is no good. Rebounded by Desmond Bane. Out to Xavier Tillman. He hands the basketball off to DeAnthony Melton. Melton able to get the basket, and Shake Milton trying to respond quickly for Philadelphia. Behind the back pass from Furkan Korkmaz to Matisse Thybulle. If you're Memphis, that's the player you want shooting the ball. Matisse Thybulle is a defensive specialist, but he isn't the most effective perimeter player. Memphis gets a big three-pointer. That three-point shot was made by DeAnthony Melton, second-year player out of USC. Gives Memphis an 11-point lead, 36 to 25. 9:28 left in the second quarter. We'll be back with more as Philadelphia is at home trailing to the Memphis Grizzlies 36 to 25. Welcome back as the Sixers trail by 11. Memphis able to get out and run. They're getting easy opportunities off drawn kicks. They're making the Philadelphia defense scramble, and in the process, Philadelphia just is a step behind tonight. They're coming off of a back-to-back in which they defeated Minnesota here at home. But with that said, Memphis is just beating them to the punch at every turn. Shake Milton with the basketball trying to split defenders, looking for Mike Scott inside. It's blocked. Memphis again getting out and running. Kyle Anderson with the basketball looking to get an in and out dribble. He draws a foul. Kyle Anderson spent the front end of his career with the San Antonio Spurs before coming to Memphis and looking for ways to really grow and showcase his game. He's been in the game now for 7 seasons. His first 4 years in San Antonio, the last 3 with Memphis. This year, averaging 12 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. So he's definitely a great role player, establishing himself in San Antonio, learning how to win, learning how to make winning plays. He won't overwhelm you, but he's very skilled and he knows how to contribute. Tyus Jones with the basketball. Jones looking to get it back to Anderson off the pick and roll. Anderson takes the pass, works his way left, still finishes with the right hand floater. So Philadelphia is down by 13, 38-25. Ben Simmons back into the game for Philadelphia, working his way left. They go to the left corner. Tobias going right to the right wing, went back to the top of the key where Mike Scott gets a dribble handoff for Seth Curry, and he hits a 3 under duress, but cuts Memphis's lead from 13-10. Philadelphia needed that in the worst way. Looking to get inside, a block shot on DeAnthony Melton goes out of bounds off of Melton, so Philadelphia able to regain possession. Look at this 3 from Seth Curry, working his way right under duress. Like I said, still able to knock down that 3. Tonight, Philadelphia 3 of 11 from 3, 27%. Mike Scott takes a 3 on cue, knocks that down. So Philadelphia trying to work their way back into this game, down 7, 38-31, 7:47 left in the half. Melton goes to Kyle Anderson. Anderson guarded by Tobias Harris. Memphis trapped in the corner. Skip pass over to Tyus Jones. 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Mike Scott. So Philadelphia on a 6-0 run right now, working their way back through the 3-point line. Seth Curry over to Tobias Harris on the left wing. Seth working baseline. Gets a floater up off the glass. Can't finish it. Rebounded by Kyle Anderson. Good shot there for Seth, just unable to knock it down. Kyle falls to the ground, was expecting a foul. There was some contact. Danny Green, right wing 3, pass from Ben Simmons. The 3 is no good. Fighting for the rebound is Tobias Harris. Takes contact, but goes right back up to finish. So Philadelphia on an 8-0 run right now to cut Memphis's 13-point lead down to 5. 6:55 left in the first half. Philadelphia trails by 5. This is Ask Isaiah Rhodes. You're watching the Game of Day by Zay, presented by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more. We'll be back. Welcome back as the Philadelphia 76ers trail the Memphis Grizzlies by 5 on an 8-0 run. The defense for Philadelphia picking it up. They were able to get out and run. They're attacking the offensive glass. Tobias Harris has been aggressive. Seth Curry has picked up scoring as well. Memphis trying to respond. 3-point shot is no good. That 3 was taken by Xavier Tillman. Sixers basketball. Tobias on the right wing, guarded by Dillon Brooks. Dillon Brooks, a very solid young player in the league out of Oregon. Tobias goes in the post to Ben Simmons. Simmons kicks out to Mike Scott. 3-point shot for Scott, no good. He previously knocked down a 3-pointer prior to that last time out for Memphis. Ja Morant back into the game for the Grizzlies as Kyle Anderson misses a 3. Ben Simmons rebound, guarded by Grayson Allen. 14 on the shot clock. Ben Simmons goes right baseline, reverse layup, no good, but he's fouled, so here we go to the free throw line for 2. Simmons working off the dribble. One of the areas I would like to see Simmons improve is just being more versatile off the dribble. He is a ball handler. He is someone that constantly has the ball in his hands, but he gets one-dimensional at times when he goes off the dribble. Team and defenses are prepared for him to pass only. So I think if he just was a little more assertive, I'm not saying his game, it's anything wrong with his game in terms of what he's great at and what he definitely emphasizes on a consistent basis. But I think just to keep the defense honest, he has to get a bit more assertive, especially off of the dribble. Being 6'10, being 250, you got to use that to your advantage. And at times he can get a bit passive. He misses both free throws. Philadelphia is 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Memphis is 4 of 6. Philadelphia's defensive drought picking up here. The Grizzlies haven't got a field goal in the last 3 minutes. And that drought continues as Dillon Brooks misses a floater. Tobias Harris looking to get downhill. He loses the ball. Ben Simmons tried to save it. So Grayson Allen with the basketball looking for a teammate, almost stolen by Danny Green. It appears to have gone off of Allen. They say possession will stay with the Grizzlies. Let's see if head coach Doc Rivers challenges this, as Allen was cut off by Danny Green. It looks to me as if it goes off Grayson Allen. They did reverse the call, so it's Sixers basketball. Ben Simmons driving, looking to kick to Mike Scott. Scott in a pick and roll with Seth Curry. It wasn't the cleanest. Seth looking to kick out to Danny Green. Danny Green attacking. Floater, free throw line extended. Doesn't fall. Fighting for the rebound. Kyle Anderson comes away with it. Both Anderson and Green made their bones in the San Antonio Spurs organization. That miss from Danny Green leads to a Grayson Allen three-point shot. So back to an 8-point lead for Memphis. 4:50 left here in the second quarter. Tobias Harris going back to Danny Green. Green kicks out to Mike Scott. Mike Scott, right wing three, no good. So the Sixers have to be careful with Scott being the primary shooter right now. Grayson Allen misses a left corner three. Tobias Harris pushing the pace for Philadelphia. Floater at the rim. He gets the finger roll to drop in. 41-35. Memphis leads Philadelphia. Dillon Brooks straightaway three. Top of the key is good. That three was set up by Ja Morant. Ja Morant drew defenders going left. Kicked it back to the top of the key where Dillon Brooks was wide open. Stepped into that three with all confidence. Memphis is 6 of 14 from three. Danny Green, great setup there from Mike Scott. Scott is blocked at the rim as Danny Green looked to set him up on that roll. Scott, not the best finisher right now in his career. He's much older. He's mostly a stretch forward at this point. He's used to shooting. He bruises inside. He's only 6'8", but he throws his body around and really is a hustle player. He's someone that is willing to do all of the dirty work for a winning situation. And Dillon Brooks gets a great inbound from Ja Morant, working that back cut beautifully, able to get that basket at the rim. So Memphis back up 11. Philadelphia was down by as many as 13 here in the second. They got it down to 5, and Memphis has responded. So it's an 11-point game, 46-35, 3:32 left in the first half. Look at the inbound for Dillon Brooks. Brooks caught the Sixers slipping. But that foul against Grayson Allen will go against Seth Curry. Seth will go to the free throw line for a rare miss. Seth Curry rarely misses, but he misses the first Curry this year averaging 13 points per game. Definitely comfortable playing under Doc Rivers. That's his father-in-law. Very comfortable. Curry uh, has been around the league on many occasions. As Curry misses both free throws, an ultimate rare occasion. And John Morant shoots a three from the logo. He misses it. But Steph Curry this year averaging 13 points, very comfortable under Doc Rivers, 2.9 assists, 2.1 rebounds. On the year, shooting 46% from three, 43%. So he's definitely been someone that can stretch the floor for Philadelphia. He's also been a secondary ball handler at times as well. Tobias Harris, fadeaway jumper from the right block, knocks it down. Philadelphia down 9, 46-37. John Morant at the top of the key. He just missed a logo extended three-point shot. He drives to the rack, misses it with the left hand, rebounded by Dwight Howard. Danny Green looking to set up Tobias Harris in the corner. Big deflection there by Dillon Brooks. We look at the Tobias Harris fadeaway over Grayson Allen from the right block. Big shot to get the Sixers down 9. Now with possession, 18 on the shot clock. Ben Simmons with the basketball. Working his way left, hands it off to Seth Curry. Curry takes a screen from Simmons. Seth Curry probing. Gets it to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris working his way left. Needed a shot, almost lost it. Danny Green is there to pick it up. Misses the three. Dwight Howard fighting for the rebound, couldn't get to it. Kyle Anderson comes down with it for Memphis. Dillon Brooks gives it to John Morant in the right corner. They go to Jonas Valanciunas. Great defense from Dwight Howard in the post. Deflects it out of bounds. 2 minutes left in the first half. Memphis leads by 9, 46-37. Anderson looking to inbound. Gets it to Morant. 12 on the shot clock. Morant is trapped by Howard and Danny Green. And it will be a turnover. Turnover by Philadelphia. Great defense on that trap there by Dwight Howard and Danny Green as Ja Morant steps out of bounds. They had him pinned on that right sideline. So we got a foul against Dillon Brooks in the post. Against Dillon Brooks, battling with Tobias Harris. So Harris will go to the free throw line for 2. Harris this year was a borderline all-star potentially. A lot of people thought because Philadelphia had the #1 seed in the East and that Doc Rivers was honorary coach that he might get in, but he wasn't able to get in this year. But this is a career year for Tobias all the way around, averaging 21 points, 7 rebounds, just under 4 assists. He's definitely, like I said, stepped up when Joel Embiid has been out this year, specifically dealing with that hyperextended knee. Most recently, he stepped up, especially down the stretch, scoring-wise when the Sixers needed points in the clutch. So he makes both free throws. Philly down 7. Dillon Brooks knocks in a 3 and is fouled by Ben Simmons. It was a bit of a broken play as Ja Morant lost the dribble. It almost went into the back court, and as the shot clock ran down, he went to Dillon Brooks. Dillon Brooks was able to put it up, and as Ben was closing out, he was fouled. So the 3 is good, potentially a 4-point play. It's a 10-point lead right now for Memphis, 49-39, 133 remaining. The referees are reviewing whether this is a flagrant foul and if Ben Simmons intentionally didn't allow for Brooks to land this particular play. To trace back to Kawhi Leonard and Zaza Pachulia. You go back to that 2017 Western Conference Finals Game 1. The Spurs were up by 25. And when Kawhi Leonard went down with that sprained ankle, which ultimately turned into a quad injury, that changed the trajectory of that series and really the rest of Kawhi Leonard's career, because he didn't play the 2018 season and was traded to the Toronto Raptors. Ended up winning the championship. The 1 year in the Raptors in 2019, they defeated the Warriors, and then he ended up going to the Clippers. And the Warriors haven't been the same since that 2019 finals. So there's that. But this is all traced back to that one injury in game one of the 2017 Western Conference Finals. Brooks completes made the three. He has 12 points. He's going to the free throw line to complete the N1. It wasn't a flagrant. Free throw is good. So Memphis is back up 13. They were up by as many as 13 early in the second quarter, but Philadelphia made a run to get it down to 5. Since then, Memphis is on a 12-6 run. And Philadelphia turns over the ball as Tobias Harris drives and looks to kick to Shake Milton in the right corner. But he wasn't quite ready for the pass, so that's Philadelphia's 5th turnover. Memphis also has 5 turnovers, but Memphis has been able to knock down the three-point shot compared to Philadelphia, who's just completely struggling at the three-point line. Valanciunas' right corner three, no good, rebounded by Dwight Howard. Under a minute remaining here in the first half. Memphis leads 50-39. This is the Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Danny Green, right corner three. Philadelphia needs it. He knocks it down. So, 8-point game. Danny Green, another unsung hero for this Philly team so far this season. He's played well as a 3-and-D guy. He's a 3-time champion. He's been to 4 finals. He's a player that understands his role, plays it well, playing on 3 different teams, on 3 different championship teams in different conferences. He understands what it takes to be in winning situations. He sacrifices, and he just makes big shots. On many occasions during this year, Philadelphia has been under duress, nearly losing certain games. They needed spark. He's always come up big for them down the stretch. Hopefully he can continue those winning ways in the playoffs. Philadelphia can sustain that number 1 or number 2 seed depending on what the Nets do. We'll see how it goes. What initially was Philadelphia basketball, they changed it to Memphis basketball, and Memphis was able to get a quick basket. So it's a 10-point game. They have 9 second chance points. It was an air ball, actually, and Memphis was able to get the rebound and score. While they were showing the replay, the play had started, so it was a bit delayed. Shake Milton with the basketball goes to Seth Curry. Seth Curry working his way left goes to Shake Milton. Milton for 3 at the buzzer, no good, so we go into the half. Memphis leads Philadelphia 52-42. Philadelphia has struggled from the 3-point line, and they haven't stopped Memphis from knocking down the 3. Philadelphia was down by as many as 13 in the second quarter. They got it down to 5, but again, Memphis responded by going back up by 13, and Philadelphia was able to get a 3 from Danny Green. That's the difference we're at right now. So it's a 10-point game, 52-42 at half. We will be back with more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more. Welcome back as we start the third quarter. The Memphis Grizzlies lead the Philadelphia 76ers 52-42. We look at the team stats at halftime. The Grizzlies are shooting 43%. The Sixers are shooting 36%. 3-point line, the Grizzlies are making a lot of headway. 7 of 17 from the floor, and the 3-point line, 41%. The Sixers 5 of 18. They're doing all of this tonight without Joel Embiid, who did return from a hyperextended knee last night in a victory, a 122-113 victory against Minnesota. But because he had been out for 3 weeks, the Sixers are easing him back and pacing him. He was on a minute restriction last night. Still ended up scoring 24 points and grabbing 8 rebounds. But the Sixers, again, want to ease him back in slowly, and the Sixers will have to look to get more balanced scoring right now. Most of their scoring is done by Tobias Harris, who led them with 15. The rest of the team has no more than uh, than 6 points. Mike Scott has 6. Danny Green has 6. Ben Simmons has 6. But the rest of the team is struggling. 3-point shot for Kyle Anderson gives the Grizzlies an 11-point lead, 55 to 44. Sixers actually got a basket from Tobias Harris prior to that Kyle Anderson 3. So we're a minute in. Sixers down 11. Seth Curry looking to go back door to Tobias Harris. And it's stolen. 3-point shot for Grayson Allen is good. So Grizzlies come out behind the 3-point line once again, open up a 14-point lead, 58 to 44. Ben Simmons in the paint, looking to get inside, has a strip by Dillon Brooks. Ja Morant able to get out and run, looking to push on the fast break, kicks it back out to Kyle Anderson. Right corner 3 for Grayson Allen. Great pass for Kyle Anderson to set up that 3. And Memphis is up 17. 3 straight threes from Memphis has opened up this lead. And right now, Doc Rivers is not satisfied with what he's seeing from his team defensively. A lot of it is really just off the run. Philadelphia's missing shots or turning over the basketball, and Memphis is getting out and running. You're getting open 3-point shots, and that's why we are where we are. Memphis is up 61 to 44, 10:41 left in the third quarter. Stay tuned for more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The Grizzlies lead by 17, currently on a 9-0 run. Philadelphia gets a basket out of that break, but Memphis went into that timeout on a 9-0 run, all behind the 3-point line. Philadelphia turned over the basketball or missing shots. Memphis able to get out and run out of that timeout. Ben Simmons had a beautiful pass behind the head to Tobias Harris to get the score. So it's a 15-point game, but Kyle Anderson drove in, got fouled. So it's 61 to 46. Kyle Anderson at the line for 2 free throws. He knocks in the first one. Anderson tonight, 7 points, 1 of 2 from 3. The 3-point line for Memphis tonight, 10 of 20. They've been able to knock down a 3 in comparison to Philadelphia, 5 of 18. That's a 5 3-pointers difference. That's 15 points. The game is 17 right now, and that's the game. The 3-point line has been where Memphis has been able to really maximize what they're doing. In the post, Ben Simmons looking to get inside, stripped once again. Ben Simmons' post game has to improve. I mean, if you're not going to be a great scorer, you got to utilize your size and where you're strong at. And again, the Philadelphia 76ers give up another 3. So that's the 4th 3-pointer here in the third quarter. 4 for 4 are the Memphis Grizzlies. Grayson Allen knocks in another 3. Now Tobias Harris scores. So Philadelphia right now is trading a bucket for every 2 3-pointers that the Grizzlies are making. They get a turnover here as Dillon Brooks tried to get it into Jonas Valanciunas for an easy basket. But Philadelphia right now offensively is just not there. Mike Scott with the basketball going back to Tobias Harris. Again, Mike Scott is starting for Tobias Harris tonight. Mike Scott is starting for Joel Embiid tonight. Joel is out after coming back off of a hyperextended knee. He's resting tonight. Last night against the Minnesota Timberwolves, 24 points, 8 rebounds. Mike Scott straightaway 3 from Seth Curry. So the 3-point shot is good for Scott. Philadelphia down 15 now, 66 to 51. Again, Memphis went into the half up 10, 52 to 42. 3-point shot for Grayson Allen, no good. Ja Morant chases down that rebound. Philadelphia is being beat to the basketball too many times. They had a clear opportunity at that miss, And because of that, Jonas Valanciunas reloads and scores on the inside. No problem. So 68-51. Mike Scott takes another three from the right wing. He misses it, rebounded by Dillon Brooks. Brooks at the top of the key, guarded by Ben Simmons. We got an offensive foul against Jonas Valanciunas in the post. But that previous basket by Valanciunas, you look at the missed three from Memphis, easy opportunity at the rim if Philly can get the rebound and get out and run. But they're watching. Ja Morant just chased it down, got it to Valanciunas in the post, easy layup. Tobias Harris comes back. He gets fouled. So he'll go to the free throw line for two. Philadelphia trailing by 17, 68-51. Look at they're scoring right now. Tobias, really the only 76er that has it going right now. 6 for 12 from the floor. He has 20 points. 4 for 5 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Mike Scott has 9 points, 3 of 7 from 3. He's 3 of 9 from the floor. Ben Simmons tonight, 6 points, 2 of 6 from the field. Philadelphia down 15 right now. More than anything, although I'm talking about offense, they have to focus on the defensive end. They have to defend the three-point line right now. Memphis just has it going. They're getting anything they want. They're moving the ball. Ja Morant in the right corner could have had a three there. Instead, goes into the paint, gets a floater, able to contort his body in the paint. The Philadelphia 76ers aren't putting up any resistance right now. Simmons kicks out to Tobias. Screen for Tobias. Three-point shot, no good. Offensive rebound, Danny Green. Danny Green back to Tobias Harris. 10 on the shot clock. Tobias with the basketball. 5 on the shot clock. Mike Scott at the top of the key. Has to get a shot off. Danny Green not aware. Mike Scott unable to get the shot off. That was on Mike Scott there at the top. Danny Green got it to Mike Scott. Mike Scott went back to Danny Green. Danny Green goes back to Mike Scott, not aware of the shot clock situation. So trailing by 17, Philadelphia just totally disoriented here in the second half. 7:30 left in the third quarter. Ja Morant with the basketball. He gets it to Kyle Anderson on the left wing. Kyle Anderson working in the paint, guarded against Tobias Harris. He is fouled. So Kyle Anderson playing a solid game, all-around game. I mentioned the 9 points he had. He just went to the free throw line. So he knocked down 2 free throws. He makes the first, so now with 10. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 assists, 3 blocks. The epitome of a fantasy game. He's tapping into all categories. Coming into the game, Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard comes in from Mike Scott. Second free throw missed. So Sixers now 18, 71-53. We approach 7 minutes left in the third. Seth Curry for 3. He misses it off the back rim, rebounded by Valanciunas. Ja Morant in the right corner, guarded by Dwight Howard. 14 on the shot clock. Trying to go off the dribble, kicks out. Kyle Anderson for 3, no good. Valanciunas with the rebound, and he gets the putback. So strong finish by Valanciunas, able to rebound around 2 76ers, goes baseline and able to get the finish. So Sixers trailing by 20. They have to get something going. Danny Green for 3, no good. Rebounded by Grayson Allen. It's deflected, but it goes straight to Dillon Brooks. Kyle Anderson with the basketball goes to Valanciunas. Top of the key, Devin Books driving left. Off the glass, the basket is good. So Memphis up 22 halfway through this third quarter. They've increased their lead by 12 points here in the third quarter. The three-point line has given them all types of gifts. Another three for Grayson Allen, no good off the back rim. But the three-point line has been the great equalizer here. Memphis on a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes here. Ben Simmons looking to drive, kick. They work it around to Tobias Harris at the top of the key. Rims out. Ja Morant rebound. Great outlet pass to Devin Brooks, and he can't get the layup, but he's fouled. Dylan Brooks, pardon me, said Devin Brooks. Dylan Brooks this year, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Overall, Brooks has just been a solid all-around young player out of Oregon this year, shooting 40%, which is going down the more he plays. He came into the league shooting 44%. But he's always aggressive. Defensively, he's a good playmaker. He makes winning plays regardless of what area the game is in. He's just, like I said, a quality role player for a winning situation. Kyle Anderson heads to the bench. He's had a spectacular impact on this game so far, all facets. Brooks makes both free throws. It's now a 24-point game, 77-53. And Dwight Howard has his dribble handoff stolen. Memphis trying to get out and run. Foul to slow down the fast break. 5:31 left here in the third quarter. Philadelphia just doesn't have anything going right now. They're without Joel Embiid, who played last night. He's returning from hyperextended knee injury he suffered against the Washington Wizards. The Sixers went 6-3 without him. He came back, scored 24 points in a 122-113 victory over Minnesota. But the Sixers organization trying to ease him back into the flow, especially because this is a back-to-back. But outside of Joel not being here, Philadelphia just doesn't have it tonight. They haven't played with a sense of urgency. Shake Milton into the game. Let's see what he can do. Furkan Korkmaz into the game. The second unit. Can they pick it up and provide a spark? Furkan Korkmaz for 3. Misses it short. Rebounded by Shake Milton. Korkmaz from the left wing. Shoots a 3. Knocks it down. Let's see how it goes from here. 4:48 left. Trailing by 21. Ja Morant with the basketball. Guarded by Matisse Thybulle. He gets it to Clark. Brandon Clark finishes inside, going left, spins back right, able to get the layup inside, no problem. So 79-56, 4:28 left in the third. Sixers started this quarter 4 of 6. Since then, they've been 1 of 8. Inbounding for Philadelphia would be Ben Simmons. Milton attacking, kicks it out to Thybulle. Thybulle pump fake, floater inside is good. So tough shot for Thybulle. Looking to go inside, stolen as Korkmaz looking to push the pace. Looks to kick out to Shake Milton. It's deflected out of bounds. So, right now, Philadelphia down 21. Can they go into the fourth making a mini run? Can they do something? Right now, Memphis is in complete control. They've had the 3 ball to their advantage here. Shake Milton attacking, able to get a finish inside. Strong finish by Shake Milton. So it's a 19-point game. Memphis called a timeout, sensing a bit of a momentum shift, just a small one. Still, Philadelphia trails Memphis at home, 79-60, 3:41 left in the third quarter. We'll be back with more. This is the Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned. Back out of the timeout, Memphis leads by 19, 79-60, and Clark able to get a big slam as Ja Morant driving baseline kicks it to Clark, cutting down the lane, two-hand slam. As we look at the Morant pass, able to draw defenders. Dwight had to step up to stop the penetration from Clark. Clark gets the two-hand slam and completes the and one. So Memphis up 82-63, 19 left here in the third quarter. Ben Simmons attacking, trying to get a finish at the rim. He's fouled. Simmons tonight just hasn't been aggressive enough to really stop the bleeding for the Sixers tonight. Uh, it won't just be all on him, but I think being the second All-Star on his team, the All-NBA performer on his team, All-Defensive player on his team, I think he has to set a better tone as the point guard and primary facilitator. I think at times, and I mentioned this in the past, because of his ability to be a playmaker at his size, he's definitely dynamic, but I think he's one-dimensional in how he attacks the rim. Many oppositions, uh, many opponents always assuming most of the time assume right that he will always look to pass. And I think at times that's a detriment. Defensively, right now, Philadelphia just can't solve anything. Another three-point shot is good for D'Anthony Melton. 24-point lead. Memphis 12 of 26 from three. Ben Simmons kicks it out to Matisse Thybulle, looking to respond with the three at the top of the key. He misses it off the front end. Rebounded by Melton. Three-point shot for Tillman is good. So another three for Memphis. They're just blowing it all the way open right now. Pardon me, that three was by Desmond Bane. Pardon me. Shake Milton attacks the rim. He's fouled. But that's the 13th three for Memphis. And here in this third quarter, Philadelphia has scored 19 points. Memphis has scored 36. First free throw for Milton is good. Milton on the year averaging 14 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. He makes both. 25-point game, 88-63. And it's a turnover there for Tyus Jones. Miscommunication between him and Clark. 88-63 as we approach 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Furkan Korkmaz driving right, thought about a three, looking for Dwight Howard. It's stolen by Memphis. Tyus Jones pushing, probing at the rim with the left hand, able to get it to fall. So no restriction there from Philadelphia at all. In this quarter, Memphis is shooting the lights out, 13 for 18. Shake Milton looking to score. He scores off the dribble handoff from Dwight, able to attack the rim, get the layup with the right hand on the left side. So 90-65, under 2 minutes to play here in the third. Clark, floater, fading to his left, still able to knock down the floater with the right hand. Milton at the top, looking to get inside, takes contact off the glass, and it won't fall, but he goes to the free throw line for two. We look at the team stats tonight. It's all about the three-point line. 13 for 27 from three. Philadelphia is 7 for 28. Also, Memphis is 11 of 14 from three. Philadelphia 11 of 17. And they're being out-rebounded by 10, 40-30. The assists right now, Memphis has made 34 field goals. 22 of them have been assisted. Philadelphia they haven't lost a turnover battle so far, but Memphis is winning the points off of turnover game. While Memphis has 9 turnovers compared to Philadelphia's 8, Memphis has 14 turnovers compared to Philadelphia's. Memphis has 14 points off of turnovers compared to Philadelphia's 10 points off turnovers. So in every major area, Memphis is outscoring Philadelphia. And then they get a floater inside from Grayson Allen. So you see there, they're winning the points off the bench battle as well. Floater for Shake Milton, no good. Offensive rebound, Dwight Howard, the basket is there. 94-69. Memphis leads Philadelphia. 48.1 seconds left in the third. Tyus Jones, left wing three, good. And that's a really a exclamation point on a spectacular quarter from Memphis. The epitome of what's been going on all the 3-point line. You can look at this third quarter. Memphis is 7 of 11 from 3 here in the third. Dwight Howard gets a setup beautifully. He gets set up beautifully there. He gets a two-hand slam. Philadelphia down 26, 97-71. Tyus Jones guarded by Shake Milton. 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Skip pass over to Grayson Allen, left wing three, no good. But outside of that miss, Memphis could do no wrong. They played a virtually perfect quarter. They've been able to outscore Philadelphia by 16, 45-29. Essentially, the 3-point line really has created the separation. 14 of 29 from 3. But outside of that, Philadelphia just hasn't really had that zest and that urgency to really attack on the 50-50 balls. They haven't had the energy to muster up. Obviously, playing off of a back-to-back, a tough game against Minnesota, in which they won 122-113. But Memphis is a different team from Minnesota. Memphis is 23-23. They're fighting for a playoff spot. They're fighting to establish themselves beyond just the playing game, but they want to be solidified in a playoff spot prior to the playing game. So their energy and their point to prove is a lot more fervent than it is Minnesota. So I think Philadelphia is playing down to the competition, or they played down to the competition yesterday just to play a tougher competition today and not play up to the competition. And then on top of that, if you don't have Joel Embiid for an extended stretch, which they didn't have in March, toward the end of March, and they went 6-3, they were able to win some tough games, especially on the road. For them to play in that fashion and then to come here today at home, even though he's not here, and play to this level is very, very disappointing. Very disappointing. Down 26 with 12 minutes to play. We'll be back with more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more. Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter, where Philadelphia trails Memphis 97-71. The 3-point line, as I mentioned ad nauseum, has really created the separation for Memphis over Philly. Shake Milton starts the quarter for Philadelphia with the mid-range jumper, free throw line extended, 97-73. Clark looking to get inside. Floater, no good. Floater, no good. Rebounded by Dwight Howard. That last floater was taken by Desmond Bane. Layup for Shake Milton, no good. Offensive rebound by Dwight Howard. Loose ball foul against Memphis. It'll be sideline out of bounds for Philadelphia. 10:50 remaining right now. The Sixers just trying to make the score a bit more cosmetic. Floater for Mike Scott, no good. Fighting for the offensive rebound is Dwight Howard again. Looking to go back up to score. He's fouled. They might say this foul's on the ground. We'll see. He was fouled there by Xavier Tillman. First free throw for Dwight is good. Dwight Howard, notoriously a bad free throw shooter throughout his career. Uh, he's someone who definitely is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He at his peak, he was about a 20 to 22 point scorer, a big time rebounder and strong defender, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. He ended up becoming a champion playing with the LA Lakers prior to the Lakers stop. His odyssey around the league was quite alarming considering where he started in Orlando as a franchise pillar. But that's the way the game crumbles at times. He had to reinvent himself and really take pride in the role that he had to be reinvent himself as. And since then, he's playing a similar role on Philadelphia, despite not having the same ease with which he won on the Lakers. He's definitely playing the same role and contributing to a winning situation. Uh, as I say that, Memphis gets an easy N1 opportunity for Desmond Bain. Bain attacking the paint, getting an opportunity to get the N1 opportunity. Memphis right now up 27. Bain tonight 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 for 6 from the field. The free throw is good. So 102 to 74. Shake Milton working the right wing. Gets it over to Paul Reed. Paul Reed kicks it out to Thibault. So Philadelphia basketball, 10 seconds left on the shot clock, 9:52 remaining here in the fourth. Dwight Howard dribble handoff to Furkan Korkmaz. Korkmaz at the rim takes contact, able to finish. So here we go to the free throw line, looking to complete the N1. So we look at him drive right off the dribble. He took that foul from Xavier Tillman. Tillman moving his feet, just couldn't stay as vertical as he wanted to. So they don't want to be there. Coming into the game for Philadelphia as Korkmaz misses that free throw. Number 7, Isaiah Joe, and number 9, Rajon Tucker. Floater for Brandon Clark, no good. Rebounded by Paul Reed. Isaiah Joe with the basketball, looking to make this score cosmetic. As I said, can't do that though if Dwight Howard gets called for a moving screen. So we look at what Philadelphia is at, where Philadelphia is at right now. Very similar to uh, a game about 2 to 3 games ago against Denver. Denver was completely dominating them from the three-point line. Joel Embiid didn't play in that game either. They were able to get up to a huge lead on Philadelphia. And really the only one that was efficient in that game also was Tobias Harris. But the second unit did make the game a lot closer as the the garbage time minutes picked up in the game, and the final score ended up looking like a 9-point game. I think it was 104 to 95. It was a 9-point game. So when you look at the final score, again, it looks more cosmetic than what the actual game performance would indicate. Dwight Howard able to get an offensive rebound off of a Tucker missed three. He's able to get that score. So 102 to 78. Grayson Allen looking to get the ball, attack Rajon Tucker. He's forced to pass. Solid defense there from Tucker. He gets it to Tyus Jones. 3-point shot for Grayson Allen, no good. Rebounded by Isaiah Joe, but he clashed with Dwight Howard on the rebound. Memphis still missed that three. So this rebound went straight to Dwight Howard. Crossover from Isaiah Joe, right to left crossover. Great setup there for Paul Reed. And Reed able to get a two-hand slam. So 76ers now down 22. Under 8 minutes to play here in the fourth. Field goal drop from Memphis over the last 4 minutes. So Memphis now calls a timeout, 102-80, 7:54 left in the fourth quarter. We'll be back with more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more. Welcome back as Memphis leads Philadelphia 102-80. I want to make a small correction. I said the Memphis Grizzlies drought was 4 minutes. It's really 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes. They're looking to break that drought right now. Get a three-pointer from the left corner. Three-point shot was made. The three-point shot was made by Desmond Bane. Bane having a solid game tonight. Able to knock down another three-point shot. You look at the Memphis Grizzlies bench tonight. They've been able to get big-time performances from their bench. They have 27, 36, 34, 36. They have 36 bench points tonight. 36 bench points tonight. Philadelphia unable to keep up with that, especially without Joel Embiid in the starting lineup to provide this spark for the starting lineup. The bench just hasn't been able to keep pace at all whenever the second unit gets in for Memphis. 105-82 as Jones, number 5, able to get his first basket of the game. His first appearance in the game. Also in the game for Philadelphia, number 17, Ignas Brazdeikis. This is his first appearance with the team. Look at Paul Reed attacking the basket. Takes contact, able to get that basket to fall. So good to see Paul Reed be aggressive. Reed actually was able to start a game while Embiid was out. I think he started the Laker game. No, pardon me. He didn't start that Laker game, but he was able to get his most minutes played in that Laker game. Pardon me. His most minutes played was in the Denver game. Played 26 minutes in that Denver game. Isaiah Joe working it around. Brazdeikis unable to score, but Paul Reed there on the offensive rebound, trying to finish in the paint. He gets another basket. So Paul Reed, despite the circumstance, trying to fight, give some energy to Philadelphia. And that's what I always say, even though it's garbage time minutes, depending on perspective, you got to always maximize your opportunity. Paul Reed closes out on a three-point shot for Tyus Jones, able to get the rebound as well off the miss. Isaiah Joe, 16 on the shot clock, takes a long three-point shot, rebounded by Jones. Jab step, Isaiah Joe attacking, takes contact, and we got a blocking foul. Isaiah Joe out of Arkansas. He's a second-round pick for Philadelphia. He's played sparingly so far this season. 25 games played. Most times in situations like this, averaging just under 11 minutes per game. We got a timeout called by Memphis. 105-88. 105-88. Memphis leads Philadelphia 5:12 remaining. Stay tuned for more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more. Welcome back to this Ask Isaiah, a Game of Day by Zay presentation for the Philadelphia 76ers and Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have just taken it to Philadelphia on all accounts. As I say that, Brandon Clark gets an alley-oop set up beautifully by Tyus Jones, able to put it down and increase the lead to 29, 107 to 88. 4:47 left in the fourth. Philadelphia has a number of two-way players on the court right now, just finishing up this final 4:40. Paul Reed working the baseline. Great finish at the rim. Paul Reed able to make the best of the moment. Paul Reed attacking the passing lane, blows up an opportunity. Had an opportunity to pass, but went back to Jones. Jones able to get the basket for the Sixers. So Sixers trying to show some fight despite being blown out right now. Jones, his name is Mason Jones. This is the first time. This is first game played this season. Mason Jones out of Arkansas, a rookie, 6'4", 200 pounds, a shooting guard. Paul Reed blows up the passing lane, looks to score, but then went back, found Jones right under the rim, was able to pass it to him before going out of bounds. So Memphis leads 107-92. Tyus Jones over to Tillman. Tillman misses the three. Paul Reed tried to get the rebound, blocks Brandon Clark, who initially got the rebound. So great effort there. And Jones looking to score off the fast break, takes it coast to coast, gets the basket. So Mason Jones with 2 baskets in his Sixer debut. Sixers on a 20-5 run over the last 6 minutes, yet they still trail by 13. Tyus Jones is fouled by Isaiah Joe. 3:19 remaining. We look at this block here by Paul Reed. Clark got the initial rebound, the offensive rebound, but like I said, Paul Reed blocked it straight to Jones. Mason Jones takes it coast to coast, finishes with that left hand. We got another timeout with 3:19 remaining. Philly trails by 13. This game is very reminiscent of the Denver Nuggets game, which the Nuggets were dominating from start to finish. But as garbage time kicked in and Doc Rivers put in that, not even that second unit, but the third unit, the third platoon, they were able to cut the lead to 9 over the last couple of minutes. So we'll be back with more. Wait, this is actually a Doc Rivers challenge. This is a challenge from Doc Rivers with the last 3 minutes. So they're reviewing whether this is a foul on Isaiah Joe. We'll see what they call. We'll be back. This is the Ask Isaiah presentation, a Game of Day by Isaiah, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more. As the Grizzlies lead Philadelphia by 13 with 3 minutes left. 3:19 left. Stay tuned. Welcome back as the Grizzlies able to get a quick score. Ja Morant back into the game. They set up a goaltend for Jonas Valanciunas as Rajon Tucker came skying in for that block. Isaiah Joe for 3 knocks it down. So a 109-94 score turned into a 109-97 score. 2:29 left in the fourth. Ja Morant looking to attack Paul Reed, almost blocked, kicks it out. 3-point shot is good. 3-point shot made by Bane. Kicks it out. 3-point shot by Brazdelik, no good. Tucker there for the rebound for Philadelphia. So 112-97. Isaiah Joe looking to set up a three for Paul Reed. Can't get it to fall. Fighting for that rebound was Jones. Kyle Anderson comes back in and gets the rebound. So we're under 2 to play. 144 left. 144 left. Grizzlies completely dominated from the 3-point line and really opened up the game. Morant with the mid-range jumper. Great ball fake to get separation on that pass. The ball fake set up that open opportunity for the jumper. So in the final 127, Doc Rivers not satisfied with what he's seen. He's talking to the refs. But again, tonight, Sixers just didn't have it on the back-to-back. Unable to really keep pace with Memphis. Memphis really took it to him on the offensive glass, took it to him on the defensive glass as well. Just getting, like I said, getting out and running. But that 3-point line was the great equalizer. Philadelphia just couldn't keep up. 8 of 33 tonight compared to Memphis 16 of 38. 12 of 15 from the floor, from the free throw line for Memphis compared to 15 to 24 for Philadelphia. And then the rebounding has evened out so far. Philadelphia with 50 rebounds compared to Memphis's 48. But a lot of that has come over the last 2 minutes or so when Memphis didn't have their main unit in. Welcome back, Philadelphia. Getting ready to close out a tough loss tonight. They've been able to fight back and make the score a bit more cosmetic over the last three minutes or so. Now trailing by 16. They were getting smoked, to be quite honest with you. The largest lead of the game, Memphis was up by 28, all behind that 3-point line. It got really, really ugly. But again, this is a back-to-back. Not to make any excuses, because Philadelphia definitely didn't play to the level that they should have. But they were on a back-to-back. Joel Embiid didn't play, so they just didn't have it tonight. But Memphis definitely won this game. They attacked on all levels. They got great balance scoring-wise. Ja Morant didn't even have the best game tonight. Only 8 points in 29 minutes, 3 for 8 from the floor. He did have 10 assists, but the Grizzlies didn't need it. They got 17 points from Dillon Brooks, 16 from Jonas Valanciunas. They got 14 points from Melton, DeAnthony Melton, a number of 3-point shots from Melton. They also put Philadelphia in a tough position with Ben Simmons not being able to attack and score. They definitely packed the paint. He wasn't as aggressive as he should have been. I believe as being the leader and primary facilitator on his team, he should have been much more assertive. But again, that's Memphis doing what they had to do. So Memphis definitely took it to the Sixers tonight. 114 to 100. Isaiah Joe knocked in 1 of 2 free throws. 30 seconds left. Looking to attack. Bane able to get another basket. Desmond Bane. Tonight, Bane with a number of points. Look at his points so far. Desmond Bane, 4 of 10 from the floor, 3 of 6 from 3. Tonight, 14 points for Bane. So I mentioned DeAnthony Melton. Desmond Bane also put in some minutes as well. Tyus Jones gave solid minutes as well as a secondary point guard. Just a dominant victory all the way around for the Memphis Grizzlies. Look at the team stats. I mentioned the 3-point line all night. Points in the paint for the Grizzlies, 44 points compared to Philadelphia's 52. But a lot of those points, again, for Philadelphia in the paint came on much later. Points off the turnovers for the Grizzlies, 18 to 12. The turnover numbers are even. Sixers had 11, Grizzlies had 12. But again, the points over turnovers, 18 for the Grizzlies, 12 for the Sixers. The assists tonight, The Grizzlies made 44 field goals, 30 of them were assisted. You look at the free throws, Grizzlies 12 of 15, Sixers 18 of 28. So you leave money on the table at the free throw line. The balance tonight for the Grizzlies was all there. The ball movement was there. They had the Philadelphia defense scrambling. And again, they were just a step slow all night. And that's why the Grizzlies defeat Philadelphia 116 to 100. And that score isn't really indicative of how dominant Memphis was. Philadelphia falls to 34-16. They're still first in the East, tied with the Brooklyn Nets, who also fell tonight to the Chicago Bulls. So both top-tier teams in the East didn't do what they had to do. Out West, Memphis improves to 24-23. They're eighth in the East. They move ahead of the San Antonio Spurs, who are also 24-23, but Memphis has the tiebreaker. So they're both battling for that eighth seed in that playing position between that 7 through 10 out West. So we'll see what the Grizzlies are able to do over this final 20 games or so. Let's see how Ja Morant and the rest of the guys can make up for some lost time. Obviously, when you're dealing with COVID earlier in the season, you got to make up some games. You have players that are battling COVID. They have to work their way back. So now that teams are in the flow, this is after All-Star break. Everyone's comfortable. Let's see what the Grizzlies are able to do to finish out the season. The Sixers get Joel Embiid back in the previous game. He rushed tonight. He was, they're managing his minutes and working his way back into the flow. He did miss 3 weeks. So I don't want to put that out there as an excuse for why the Sixers didn't show up tonight. But again, he's working his way back, and let's see how he's able to finish out this season as the Sixers prepare to lock in one of the top 3 seeds out East. Nevertheless, I'll be back with more. The next game for the Sixers will be Tuesday, a big game against the Boston Celtics. Celtics are trying to regain their steps as they have fallen to 8th out East. So let's see what they're able to do. We'll be back to cover that game for you. That'll be Tuesday at 7:30. So make sure you tune in to the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Tap in with me as you listen to the play-by-play and commentary. And if any other games or any other comments, subscribe, like, leave a comment, anything you want. We'll be back with more. Thank you for watching. Peace.